Good evening, bowling fans. I'm Sam Hayden. I'm the commissioner of the Journey Cup Bowling Tour. Tonight we have an exciting matchup ahead of us tonight. We have the Green Light Open Finals between Grant the Chef Arnold, the 4 seed in the tournament, and Josh Beans Doolin. Josh is up first. Grant, being a lower seed, was not allowed to choose, so it was up to Josh what he wanted to do, and Josh lucky to have Grant finish it out. Alrighty, Josh starts off with a 9. How is Josh going to react to a 10 pin? Now, I know those lanes have been tricky throughout the entire tournament. It'll be interesting to see the choice he makes here. If those 9 pins are going to come back to haunt him. Okay, Josh, lining up here. I know I had heard rumors and saw him looking at his equipment. They might make a ball change in the later rounds, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Again, shot looks good, going up. Beautiful. That 9 pin he left sets him out or lets him use that non-spare ball. Lets him use more of a strike ball kind of curve here. Already, our 4 seed Grant Arnold up to the plate here. Grant has really run the tournament today and looked absolutely fantastic, cruising his way through his matches. He hasn't really had a close one yet. For once, Grant does have the handicap advantage, so Josh would need to beat Grant by at least 8 pins to cancel out that handicap. So let's see how Grant starts. Beautiful looking release down the lane, and boom, a great strike for Grant Lee Arnold here. Okay, just like I said, he's been throwing good absolutely all day long. You just can't beat it. You just can't beat a look that good. You know, on tour, when you're feeling it, you're just feeling it. I know he said he was excited to really run the table today. It was an opportunity for him to show the other bowlers on tour that he means business. He's not a slouch. All right, let's see him line up for his second shot, see if any nerves are going to get to him at all here today. The approach is looking good, the windup good, release good. What do we got down lane? Another strike. Grant's off to a good start with a double. Again, he really said the nerves were on him earlier in the matches. You can see him going to clean his ball pretty consistently. I think it's a good strategy for him to stay calm. All right, it does look like Josh did make a ball change here, going to a little bit weaker of a move. Didn't like the look of that release. You can see him look immediately down at his footing. So definitely something off on there. So it looks like we got 8-pin spare opportunity here. So hopefully Josh can pick that up here. Again, Josh is one of the better spare shooters on tour, very consistent. Happy with the release and good pickup by Josh. Again, Josh starts off this game with a 9 spare and an 8 spare compared to Grant's double. Again, that is 2 strikes. Right, we are bowling in championship format, so Josh bowled his first frame and then leaves it up to Grant to bowl 2 and then they'll alternate 2 until the 10th. So Josh is up for his third shot of the night here. See how it looks. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit of loft down range there. And another flat 10. Again, that has been the story of the day for the Green Light Open. Quite a few flat 10s. It really has been a shame here. So Josh really is one of the better spare shooters on the team. So it's good to see. He doesn't look happy about that one. What a close miss. That one could come back to bite Josh later in the match. Alrighty, Grant's coming up here again. Like I've been saying all day, the lanes are tough. Striking has not come easy for anyone who's not named Grant the Chef Arnold. But even for him, the last 2 games, the strike numbers are down. As you can see, if he can add on for a turkey here, a big old gobbler, looks good. Like I said, another absolute flat 10. You hate to see it. You just hate to see it when a player like Grant Lee Arnold is playing as good as he is. But it's an opportunity for Grant to show off his skills with the spare. I understand he did buy this ball officially from myself, the league commissioner. I've been on him to get that spare ball, so it's good to see him utilizing all the tools in his arsenal. Alrighty. At this point, folks, it looks like there's a slight water spill on the back lanes there. You can briefly hear, at least well, I can hear Josh talking about it. So I'll have to get someone to clean that up. Definitely a safety issue. Reminds me of the Dick Allen water spill this bowling season. Definitely hate to see it. A danger to the bowlers out there. So Grant's lining up here, looking to move on from that spare, see if he can get back to his striking ways. And the windup, the release looks good. Let's see what the action is. Almost a 7-10. Just avoids early trouble. Just leaving that flat 7 down there. Again, with the 7-pin, the adage is that a right-hander should never miss a 7-pin. You're pretty much just throwing your strike ball at a lower speed. So let's see if Grant makes a speed adjustment, maybe puts a few extra revs on it to pick up this spare here. Right, looking good. The confidence, the focus is there. The release looks a little bit slower, and absolutely no kind of loft. That release is like butter, an easy pickup for Grant. Alrighty, Josh is coming up on the 4 frame. He's looking to rebound after an open. So definitely looking to start stringing together some strikes to really put Grant on his skates. Good release, good follow through. Right through the nose. Josh looks a little bit confused there. The lane conditions have been transitioning quickly. Just spare, or a split, I should say, but definitely a gettable split. I have seen Josh pick up this split numerous times. So it is not without or outside of his wheelhouse here. All right, come on. He gets a good release here, looking online, and just missed it by a hair. A board right, maybe a board or two right. He probably could have picked that one up, but it has not been Josh's day so far. He's going to need something soon to really change the momentum. It's all in favor of Grant the Chef Arnold. The 1 seat is looking rattled. This could be the shot, though, to get him back on track. He is the 1 seed for a reason. Good release, good follow through. Right in the pocket. That's a beautiful strike. All 10 in the pin. Fantastic work by Josh Thuman. Beans really is a team captain for a reason. He's bowled competitively more than any of the other players on tour and is 100% comfortable when the pressure is at its greatest. So it really is something to see here. The skill on display. All right, we do have a bit of a long break here from Grant's warm-up shot, so we'll display on the screen some of the balls the players are using. Grant's been throwing the Storm Supersonic all day today. Just a fantastic piece of equipment. He lost his last ball in an unfortunate accident with the lanes on a previous bowling establishment, so the Supersonic is clearly working for Grant. And of course, as I say that, he strikes again. So the chef is definitely cooking today. You can never go wrong with fresh equipment. I think the problem with a lot of bowlers on tours, you get comfortable with what you have in your bag, and I think sometimes a change is really all you need to go from average to fantastic, like Grant has today. I can almost say without this kind of equipment, I don't know if Grant could have this run. But that's neither here nor there, and he's ready to stand up here and really take the edge. Looking confident, lining up his shot, and a great release. One of the strategies I've noticed here, a tough 7-pin. Definitely been a couple of those for Grant throughout the tournament today. Grant's strategy, I think, is one of the more unique ones on tour here. He definitely employs a soft release. Beans is definitely more a straighter of a player. Technique is fantastic, but he's definitely comfortable playing on that 2 arrow. Grant's similar line, but he tries to get to that sweet spot of about 14 miles an hour on a strike ball. Of course, it's a spare ball. Is he going to pick it up? Absolutely fantastic pickup by Grant. Again, definitely opts for a softer release. He's not a high rev player. He keeps the revs in a place that he can control them and let them go. Already, Josh lining up again, ready to take his shot in the 6th. Beautiful release, good step, and oh my God, Josh just cannot catch a break today. I have only seen Josh. Alrighty, again, like I said, cannot catch a break. It's always tough to see when a great bowler just, isn't lucky, and that's half the sport of bowling. You can make the best shot every time, but sometimes they just don't hit. He responds to spare ball, walk away, started to walk away, not to quite look away, but he was confident in that shot. You can definitely see he's putting some thought into his next move here. I don't want to say this is a must strike, but it's really going to help Josh's chances if he makes a strike here. It's tough to see anybody slowing Grant's momentum. He just had to keep up with it. Release. Josh does not look happy with that shot, almost in the gutter, but man, it strikes anyways. One of the sayings we have on Curve Journey is every single strike is earned, but at the same time, splits are earned too. We'll see how Grant responds in the seventh. Strong strike by Josh, maybe putting him a little bit on notice. He's going to need to put some points together here. Going into the seventh, Grant does have it's a 124 to 95 lead over. Sorry, I misspoke. 124 to 115 lead over Beans. And that is a tough break for Grant. That is a tough split. Looks to be what, a six pins? Yeah, so he's got a four pin split to pick up here. Those splits can be intimidating even for an experienced tour bowler. See how Grant adjusts here. I'm curious to see if he's going to make a ball change. Grant is notorious for ball changing on spares. Let's see. Is he going to keep? Yeah, but he's going to stay with the supersonic. A little bit surprising. It's going to have a little bit too much hook on there. So maybe an increase in speed could have avoided that, or maybe a little different hand position. But either way, an open in the seventh is not good news for Grant. In that maintains Josh's 15-point deficit, but he will be working on a strike going into 8. So Grant's going to need to mark here to keep things or get things back on track. Alrighty, let's see how he reacts to maybe the first bit of pressure he's seen this tournament. He lines up, adjusts his feet, gets into the stance, and is ready to make his move. A typical Grant release, looks good, a little bit wide, but it looked like he came across. Grant is scratching his head. Wasn't really sure about that ball reaction. But again, a makeable spare. There is an easy spare to chop. It's this one. The angle of impact is especially important on those triple pin right side spares. See how Grant responds. It is a ball change, like I was talking about on the spare. Oh my Lord, I can't believe you missed that. That's usually a sure thing for Mr. Chef Arnold out there. It unfortunately does happen on tour, but that's 2 opens in a row. Josh at least gets good mark here. He could trim the deficit. Again, just robbed out of a strike. And Josh liked it, but definitely a tough miss here. Looks like we had some technology difficulties here, folks. That does happen from time to time on tour. We'll take some time to reset. They do have TV breaks on the PBA, so perhaps this is our version of the TV break. Let's see if Josh can use this much-needed break to adjust his spare shooting, which, again, he's had some trouble with today. I wouldn't say that's his fault of his own, but conditions, like I said, have been tough. So he's coming out real quick. It should be an easy strike ball with a little bit of slower speed. Should be an easy pickup here. Strike ball, Josh's standard line, and easy pickup, no problem. The question is, how is he going to react here? A pickup does help him out a little bit. Going to the 8th, Grant's lead is down to 3 pins, 137 to 134. There is ever an opportunity that Josh needs to strike, it is here. I was reluctant to say must strike before, but this frame is a must strike. A little bit of a loft. Looks good. Oh, my Lord. Again, Josh is clearly upset about that miss. He knows he should have had it. And 9 times out of 10, that would have been a clear strike. But again, this is the sport of bowling. luck always plays a factor into the outcomes of these tournaments. Alrighty, his spare here is almost a necessity. He's lining up, making the shot. Good release. And oh, he drops it. Is he going to make it? Is he going to pull it off? Oh, I can't believe it. Josh clearly dropped that ball, had no control over it by whatever bowling god is out there, must be smiling upon Beans, hoping to put him in position to make a run at Grant here. So 9 spare for Josh in the 8th and the 9th. Alrighty, Grant is coming up here in the 9th. Strike here and good count in the 10th. And Grant is going to have this, it looks like. Those 2 opens will not affect it. It's not going to be enough for Josh to overcome here. So great strike for Grant the Chef Arnold. He needed that. That's big. You can see a little release of emotion there in the fist pump from normally a cool customer in Grant Arnold. All right, he's coming up in the 10th now. Again, a strike is going to be absolutely crucial to seal his victory here today. It's going to take some time. Wipe his ball down, take a second to bring his thoughts together, to calm down, stay cool. And this is it, folks. This could be the sealing shot here. He's watching. And a strike to win on the tap 10. That's a big shot for Grant Arnold. Barring anything catastrophic with a few gutters, Grant looks like he is going to pull out the victory here. He just got to feel amazing. He said he's really ran the table here today. He started off as a 4 seed, so he played in all the matches. I believe he won single-handedly probably his toughest match against Brittany the Sniper. And she bowled the best game that I've seen her ever bowl with the handicap, brought her score up in the 240s. Grant had to put his best performance out there as well and ended up scoring into the 270s to take that victory. Then I hate to say it, Grant's good luck continued, and great skill, I should say. I don't want to attribute it to luck. It was great skill by Grant. He did play me in the second round, and the minute I threw that first shot, I didn't feel good about this game. I ended up losing by the largest margin on the tour that day, but I bowled a good game. I was proud of the game I bowled, and I'm proud of my doubles teammate here, Grant, to really have a successful day. All right, let's see. The shot's going to determine Grant's final score here. A little bit of a loft down lane, but that's okay. The tournament is over. Grant has won with a 196 score. At this point, we are really just seeing what Josh's final score is going to look like. There is no mathematical way for Grant to win. Josh is just going to bowl through and allow Grant to get it. Already, great strike. Unfortunately, a little bit too late. That would have been a great strike to have in the 9th for sure, and even the 8th would have been great as well to put some pressure on. But that's the way she goes sometimes. Even with the win here, Josh is still going to be the presumptive tour favorite, but Grant moves into a solid 2nd place. I believe he is tied points-wise with one of our other colleagues, the janitor. Alrighty, it should be a solid spare shot for Josh. Quick shot, not gonna let the bar go up, real easy. He lobs out there, and the curveball on a plastic missed a little bit. Woof. Tough game for Josh. Ended up bowling a 174, but by any standard is a good game, but against Chef, comes up a little bit short. Alrighty, folks, thanks for tuning into this championship match of the Green Light Open. Congratulations to Grant the Chef Arnold on the first tour win of the season, first-time titleist. You love to see someone run the ladder like that. Make sure you check out the channel, see all our great content we're putting out here on Curve Journey, and stay tuned to see more championship matches, more grudge matches, and all the bowling you could ever want. I'm the Commissioner, Samuel Hayden, signing off.